So, how do you put it all together? Well, you know all about the elements of design, and if you don't, go back over the other videos. And you also know about bearing in mind the idea of the brief and what you've been told by the director. I love looking at these two pictures. This is so important. If you've been told your character needs to wear a black suit, you need to be really sure of all the demands of the character, because a black suit is the same on the left-hand side as it is on the right-hand side, and yet the black suit for these two characters is completely different, and they've been changed by the use of the elements of design. So you can see you've got the choice between Charlie Chaplin on the right. He's the little tramp. It's too small, yet it's too big. It's not tailored. It's made out of really dirty material. He's got his oversized shoes. He's got the woolen material that doesn't quite fit. He's got the silly looking hat. It gives you a completely different impression to the character on the left hand side, who is wearing a very tightly tailored shirt. It's made out of a type of a velvet. He looks very rich. He's using the high heels, the idea of the black gloves. For all intents and purposes, they're both wearing black suits. So you have to be sure of your character and of the brief so you know what you want your audience to get from your costume design. It's important to remember that a person can be manipulated at any time by what they're wearing. So think about that. Your actor is going to show something about the character, and you can do that by what you put them in. Now, they become very similar to the idea of a starter pack for someone. If you're looking at a design or a lay flat, you can start coming up with these ideas of what you want your character to look like. So you can start pulling things in from the internet, and it becomes like a mood board, or as I said, a starter pack or a lay flat for what your character is going to be having and what they're going to be wearing. This is a great form for you to share with your director to ensure that you are on the same page. I love looking through these, and Pinterest are a great place for these to be. So for example, this is the idea of a goth. This character is the idea of some kind of steampunk kind of bride. Really interesting to see it doesn't just dwell on the idea of costuming, you've also got all the accessories and props as well. Who do you reckon this person is? Now, when you've come up with your final design, it's really up to you how you want to present it. So I'm sharing with you some of the examples of students from last year. Now this one has been done on Procreate on an iPad, and you can see the idea of the costume coming together. We've got the swatches of the material being put through there. We've got annotations all around of what the character would be wearing. This person chose to draw theirs, working on a body croquis, which are all in your OneNote. And you can see all the notes around it, all the drawings, all the swatches of the different types of materials used. This person chose to do it all on the computer and putting things through in that respect. This person chose to draw it again, and this time doing a kind of collage, sticking on different images and ideas of what they wanted the extra bits of material to look like and the embellishments. I like how you can see the embroidery. There's a little bit of a detail here on what the embroidery would look like. This character was painted by a student who's really good at art, and you can see that they've made notes and they've also got more of their swatches on the bottom right hand side. This student chose to do it in exactly the same way. The thing that these all have in common is it gives you an idea of what your costume would look like, so you can hand it over to the person who has to make it or create it, and they can make it come to life.